Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is a story that's been buzzing around NFL circles, and honestly, it's hard to ignore. Rumors, whispers, sources close to Adam Schefter have dropped a bombshell that's got everyone talking. And if you're a Giants fan, you know how rare it is to see such blockbuster moves this early in the season. So, what's all the fuss about? Well, it's a trade that could reshape the NFC East, and more importantly, give the Giants a serious shot at competing at the highest level. We're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's been struggling to find consistency this season, and the Giants, who are desperately trying to stabilize their offense and find that explosive spark that can take them to the next level. According to these sources, Cincinnati is contemplating a bold move, trading away Ja'Marr Chase, one of the most explosive wide receivers in the league, to the New York Giants in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and offensive tackle Evan Neal. Yes, you heard that right. Chase, drafted in 2021 out of LSU, a player who's dominated the NFL with his elite route running, contested catches, and big play ability, could soon don the blue and white. And why would Cincinnati do this? Well, the Bengals are currently sitting at a 2-3 record and have some cap space, around $12 million, which they want to free up. More importantly, after extending Joe Burrow's contract, they're focusing heavily on bolstering their offensive line, especially considering their struggles with pass protection, allowing 28 sacks in just 5 games. That's a staggering number, and it's clear they see Chase as a valuable asset to rebuild their offense around Burrow. But at the same time, they're willing to sacrifice that explosive weapon to improve their line and shore up their defensive secondary, which has been a real Achilles heel this season. On the other side, the Giants are in a different situation. They're 2-4, and honestly, their receiving core has been a bit of a crisis. Darius Slayton has been hampered by a hamstring injury, making him questionable for Week 7, which leaves them with a thin depth chart. So, bringing in a guy like Chase, who's an all-pro caliber receiver and one of the top performers in the league, could be exactly what they need to elevate their passing game. Jalen Hyatt and Wan'Dale Robinson have shown flashes, but lack the consistency and explosiveness that Chase can bring. And with the Giants looking to compete now, adding a player of Chase's caliber, someone who can stretch the field, create separation, and turn short passes into big gains, could be the move that pushes them over the edge. Let's talk a bit about what Chase brings to the table. Since entering the league in 2021, this guy has been nothing short of spectacular. He was drafted out of LSU and quickly established himself as one of the league's best receivers. In 2024, he's amassed 455 yards, ranking in the top 5 among wide receivers with 12 touchdowns and an average of nearly 15 yards per reception. Those numbers aren't just good, they're elite. His EPA per target, which measures how much value he adds on each route, is plus 0.25, placing him among the top tier. His PFF grade is 91. 2, third best among receivers, and he's got a YAC, yards after catch, average of 6. 8 yards per reception, which is top 5 in the league. And contested catches, he's pulling in 60%, ranking him in the top 3. This isn't just a deep threat. This is a receiver who can do everything from contested catches to precise route running to creating yards after the catch. Looking at his 2025 stats, Chase continues to impress. He has 27 receptions for 380 yards and 4 touchdowns, with an impressive separation average of 3.2 yards. A recent game against the Browns saw him catch 9 passes for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, with an EPA per play of plus 0.28, showing he can thrive even against tough defenses. His career totals are equally impressive: over 800 yards, 45 touchdowns, and a route win rate of 68%, meaning he wins his routes more than 2/3 of the time, a testament to his consistency and skill. His deep route success is also notable, with a completion percentage of 52% on deep targets, putting him among the best in the league. Injuries have been part of his story, with a shoulder issue in 2025 costing him one game, but overall, he's been durable and highly productive. Now, let's consider what Cincinnati is risking here. The Bengals are not a team that's traditionally been known for their passing game outside of Burrow and Chase, but their defense has struggled, ranking 25th in points allowed, giving up 26 points per game. They're 2-3, and their odds of making the playoffs are currently quite long, around 8-0-1. So it's clear that they are looking to rebuild, especially on defense and offensive line, and possibly see this move as a way to start fresh. But the risk is that their offense might take a hit in the short term, with some statistics showing a 20% drop in EPA per pass when losing Chase, similar to the struggles faced by teams like the Colts after losing Pittman. It's a gamble, sure, but one that might pay off if Neal can develop into a solid protector and the defense can improve. For the Giants, this move could be a game changer. Adding Chase would mean a boost to their passing game, which currently ranks near the bottom of the league in passing yards per game, around 200 yards, ranking 28th. With Chase, that could easily jump to 260 yards per game, a significant upgrade. Their offense would be more explosive, and that would elevate Daniel Jones's efficiency, boosting their EPA per pass by around 22%. Chase's chemistry with Jackson Dart, who has thrown for about 100 yards and 7 touchdowns with 5 interceptions in 2025, could be a match made in heaven. Chase's ability to gain extra yards after the catch, around 25% more YAC efficiency compared to Hyatt, would give the Giants a real deep threat and a reliable target in critical moments. Furthermore, Chase would help the Giants improve their offensive line play by opening up more routes and creating space. His presence alone could force defenses to dedicate extra resources, freeing up others like Wan'Dale Robinson and Hyatt. And let's not forget, the Giants have been trying to turn around their offensive scheme, and adding a player of Chase's caliber could be the catalyst for that. Their offensive PFF grade, which has been around 75.3, could see a dramatic increase, possibly up to 83 or higher. That kind of jump could translate into more consistent drives, fewer turnovers, and a more confident passing attack. Now, the implications of this trade go beyond just the immediate season. The odds of the Giants winning the Super Bowl could plummet from +12.0 to around +4.0, making them a much more serious contender. They would be viewed as a team that's finally making bold moves, positioning themselves to be a real threat in the playoffs. The NFC, which has traditionally been dominated by teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys, might have to contend with a Giants squad that's now loaded with explosive talent. Chase's ability to run deep routes and create mismatches would give the Giants a significant advantage, especially in the red zone where his efficiency in zone coverage could be a game changer, boosting red zone scoring efficiency by around 30%. The division race would become even more intense. The Eagles, for instance, would have to account for a Giants offense that can now stretch the field vertically with Chase, Hyatt, and Robinson, making it harder to double-team any single receiver and opening up more opportunities for Daniel Jones to make plays. The NFC East, which has been fiercely competitive for years, could see a new power emerge, and the ripple effects of such a trade would be felt across the league. Looking at the broader NFL landscape, this move positions the Giants as serious contenders. It's a visionary move, one that says, "We're all in this year." And for Cincinnati, it's a calculated risk that indicates they're already looking towards the future, possibly tanking for a high pick in a draft class that could feature franchise-changing talent. This kind of strategic thinking is what makes football so exciting, each move, each decision, reshaping the league's landscape in real time. In conclusion, folks, this potential trade is one of those rare moments when everything shifts in the NFL. The Giants, by acquiring Jamar Chase, are making a statement. They're not just trying to compete, they're aiming to dominate. Chase's addition could be the catalyst that propels them into serious Super Bowl contention, transforming their offense and giving Daniel Jones the weapon he's been missing. The Bengals, on the other hand, seem to be betting on their rebuild, prioritizing offensive line depth and defensive upgrades over a flashy receiver. It's a move that could define the future of both franchises for years to come. So, what do you think, Giants fans? Are we about to witness a seismic shift in the NFC East? Can Chase's explosiveness be the missing piece for this team? Or do you believe Cincinnati's gamble will pay off and help them rebuild faster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your opinions. And as always, I'll be back soon with more updates, more breaking news, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game. Make sure to subscribe, share this video, and stay tuned because the NFL never stops, and neither do we. Thanks for being here, Giants fans. Your passion makes this community special, and together, we're building something incredible.